Everyone.
Morning, Brian. How are you? Hi, Brian. Can you hear me? And what's happening now? Why?
Morning. How are you all?
Oh, now I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Now I can. I
Okay.
realized my
Good
volume was all right.
morning.
How are
Angela
you?
is, I'm good. Thank you, Brian. Thank you so much for joining us. Angela is still
Pleasure.
busy connecting.
Okay,
So we still have a
no
little bit of
problem.
time.
Yeah, but I'm always early when it comes to Zoom.
Yeah, good one. So do you want us to test? We still have some few minutes, or you're good?
Yeah, let me just share screen. I just want to know that my presentation host has disabled participant
Okay.
screen sharing.
Okay, I'm gonna make you host.
How's that? Giving you.
Okay, I've made you host.
Okay, let's see if we can share a screen here quickly. Can you see that?
I can, so we're just gonna test it, and then in the next 3 minutes or so, then we'll start. Do you have any videos? Do you wanna?
Yeah, so there is video on
Okay,
this.
want us to test the sound?
Okay, could you hear that?
Nope.
Do we try it again?
Mm, nothing.
Yeah, I wouldn't know why it's not sharing this sound if you can hear me.
Mm, I can hear you, but the videos, no, I can't hear the sound.
Don't know how to fix that now. So I've turned it full blast anyway. Let's try it one
Mm,
more time.
let's try one more time. Mm, still nothing. Is it playing? Excuse me, is it playing on your side?
Yeah, it's playing on my side.
And if you go on sound on your side,
I'm just having a look here at your screen sharing. Um,
videos, we can't hear the sound. Yeah,
I
yeah, that's what he's
can't.
doing.
Yeah, I'm just having a look at this. It's got the video option.
Okay.
Uh, that's on. Chat. Start so many companies develop remote apps more. Let's have a look here. Pause recording. Play chime for hands. Disable hard names. Video panel. Share sound. Here we go. Hold on.
Just sound. Yeah.
Yeah.
Owned by the Mashishimale community, where Abelana
Correct.
means to share amongst.
I can hear the sound now.
Okay,
Fabulous.
fantastic.
All right. So Angela's going to take over. Please. We're going to start just now. We're still waiting for more people to connect.
No problems. I'm
So
here.
give us about 2 minutes, 2 minutes, 3 minutes or so, Brian.
No problem. Yeah,
Okay, thank you. Much appreciated.
pleasure.
Okay. Hi, Brian. I'm
Fantastic.
back.
Thank
So
you.
I'm going to introduce you and you're going to run with the presentation. So you're going to introduce yourself as well, tell us more about yourself, and then you'll continue with the presentation. So I think we're going to start. Good morning, everybody. Thank you so much for making time to join our Zoom training on a lovely Wednesday morning. We please welcome Brian West from Abelana Game Reserve. So he's going to tell us more about his property and why we should sell it and what they offer. I'm going to let him take over. He's going to introduce himself and go into the presentation. You can take it away, Brian. Thank you.
Thanks so much. Welcome, everyone. My name's Brian West. I handle all sales and marketing for Abelana Game Reserve. Abelana, just as a short intro before I play the first video, opened just before COVID. So we're now in our 6th year of operation, and we've gone from strength to strength, and we continue to grow, and we're getting more and more support worldwide and locally. And incidentally, the South African market has been a huge support to Abelana, even through COVID. It was just amazing to see how great the support has been from the local market. So we continue to support the local market by offering South African residents a resident rate, which, as you know, is 4,345 per person per night sharing, which includes accommodation or meals and 2 game drives. So I'm going to start off with the presentation. If there are any questions, if you can just hold them till the end, and then I will be able to answer them for you.
In South Africa's Lowveld lies Abelana Game Reserve, 15,000 hectares owned by the Mashishimale community, where Abelana means to share amongst each other.
Okay, so just to start off, in terms of who we are, Abelana, as you heard on the intro, is owned by the Mashishimale community. We're 15,000 hectares, so it's quite a sizable size private game reserve. We're just opposite the Kruger National Park, close proximity to Kruger National Park, and we also border the eastern boundary of the Salati Game Reserve. Home to Big Five. We've got 3 sets of leopard. Cheetah on the property, of which an additional cheetah arrived yesterday. We're continuously adding more game to the property. I was visiting the lodge in April this year, and we had the privilege to actually walk on foot to cheetah mom that's raised 4 cubs. She's done brilliantly well. They're still surviving. They're still out there, which is very fantastic. Great news to hear, because they can be hunted by leopards and lions quite easily. So just in terms of location, we are close to Hoedspruit, so we're up in the north, and I must just start off with the perception of our location. Everyone goes, oh, north, very far, Phalaborwa, very far. In fact, it's not. We're 500 kilometers from Johannesburg Self-Drive, and by the time you get to our gate, you park your car, and you're 10 minutes, you're at Abelana River Lodge. So as you can see, we have a north gate, Abelana, which hosts guests staying at Abelana River Lodge, and then we also have a south gate entrance, which is off the R40, which allows people to come in and stay at Abelana Safari Camp. So you can see that on our left-hand side, we have Salati. On the right-hand side, we've got Phalaborwa. We are half an hour from the Kruger Phalaborwa gate. And on our southern boundary, splitting us from the Balulis, the R40. So if you're self-driving, it's very easy access from Johannesburg. You take the toll road to Polokwane, Tzaneen, Gravelot, and then Abelana North Gate or Abelana South Gate. You split from Gravelot. So you'd go R71 to Abelana North Gate. And if you were coming to Safari Camp, you would split and take the R526 and then R40 to get to Abelana Safari Camp. Okay. So we start off with Abelana River Lodge. A really magnificent property, sits on the banks of the Salati River. We have 10 kilometers of water frontage all year round. It really is quite spectacular. You come into the lodge, you walk through this well-appointed main area, which I must tell you, we paid interior designers a lot of money to do all the appointment of the arrangements of seating areas and furniture and decor. And then we also have our bar area over here, which you can see. And again, for South Africans, we don't include drinks on the rates. Unfortunately, they're too thirsty for our likings. So we don't include drinks on the South African resident rate. Then that's our fire pit overlooking the Salati River right next to the swimming pool. So we do alternate fire pit. We don't have a boma per se. So we do every alternate night, we have a dinner around the fire pit. And of course, we do then a boma, a buffet style boma dinner for our guests. Our meals are mostly a la carte. So breakfast, lunch, and dinner would be a la carte. So how it works is in the morning, you would have a menu with a few options, whether it be poached eggs, normal eggs, and of course you've got the normal platters of fruit and cold meats and all of that, cereals and yogurts. Lunch, we'd also give you, you would have a menu to choose from where you could choose a lunch. And then in the afternoon, just before your high tea, we would give you the menu for dinner and you would have some choices for dinner as well. So it's all plated, which is really actually quite nice. I think buffets can be quite tempting to let people overeat. The rooms, we have 20 suites at Abelana River Lodge, all facing the Salati River. I need to note that we are family friendly, but I have to actually point out that we have no electric fences surrounding the lodge. So that means if there are kids, guys, it's dangerous. Animals are continuously in the lodge. We've got ellies swimming in the river. It's an absolute spectacular sighting to watch these ellies swim. Well, you know, most guests arrive around lunchtime, and then down come the ellies, swim in the river, and it's quite a spectacular viewing, almost like a paparazzi arriving. All the guests run to the edge of the deck to take pictures and go, wow, wow, wow. So just note for families, we can do triples, we can put out roll-out beds, but we are limited to numbers of children, and kids 6 and under are not allowed on game drives. Each room has a walk-in shower, indoor and outdoor. The accommodation has air conditioning, ceiling fans. We have a sliding door and a fly screen. Nice. So in the evening, if you want to, you can leave your sliding door open and your fly screen locked, so you could hear the sounds of nature. Bar fridge, your own private deck, and of course, really comfortable accommodation. Okay, and then of course, wildlife, as I say, we host, we feature the Big Five, which is really exciting. And of course, one has to realize that Abelana's size compared to other lodges is quite huge. 15,000 hectares gives you a really immersive private safari experience. So we like to say that this is not a Sabi Sands Ferrari safari experience. So at any one point in time at a game sighting, you're more than likely going to be the only vehicle there. So there's no queuing or waiting to get into a sighting. We take our time. Guests have all their time that they want at any sighting, which is really quite uniquely different to other lodges where it's actually a high volume safari experience. So at Abelana, it's a low volume safari experience. And then we move down south to Abelana Safari Camp, which is very different to River Lodge. And it has only 4 Muru tents, which actually is great for little families or parties of 6 or 8 people, which we can accommodate 8 people in total. Here you will see the deck, which is just above Safari Camp, 65 steps right up to this deck, overlooking the reserve. That's Hope Dam below that deck, which is about 150-meter drop. Very spectacular views. Here you see what the Muru tents look like. Each room has its own private view into the bush, and of course, guys, we're off the grid, so we have solar power and gas geysers. Just warning you ladies, please leave your hair dryers behind because we can't accommodate that, but mostly we can do everything else. We include bottled water still or sparkling, and it comes from our own water plant at the lodge. So we've got a full osmosis water plant, which accommodates us being able to supply our guests with water free of charge, still or sparkling. Meals are home cooked by Marge and John, who are the hosts at Abelana Safari Camp, and I must say her food is spectacular. And of course, we recently added a swimming pool. They call it Bees Pool because it took me 6 months to motivate why we should have a pool in 40 degrees heat. And eventually the owners said, okay, cool, we'll put in the pool, but they now call it Bees Pool, which is quite refreshing. It can get very hot up north in the Limpopo area, up to 40, 45 degrees Celsius. So having the pool there is a real blessing. That's the Abelana Safari Camp deck. As I say, it's very spectacular. Because we're such a big reserve, we have very little light pollution, sound pollution. This safari experience is like going back 30 years, where you would go to Kwa River Lodge or Kakaba, or now called Eagle Island Safari Lodge, and you'd be the only people on that part of the Okavango Delta. So you can compare it to that. It's, again, an authentic safari experience. Down south, we have the baobab trees, very exciting, 4 or 5 of them. And people think I'm crazy, but those trees are magical. You literally stare at the bark and you can almost have your own conversation. The shapes and that come out of that bark is something else. It's just unbelievable. Okay, I'm going to play you this video. So and that's it, ladies and gents. We're lucky we only have two properties to talk about, so we hope we haven't taken up too much of your time. Any questions?
Hi, Brian. It's Angela. How are you?
All right, and you? Good, thanks.
Good, thank you. Wow, it looks stunning. Jeez, I think we
No,
all
it
need
is.
to
It's a
come there.
special place. Yeah, I know you must
Really
come.
gorgeous. Yeah,
Yeah.
it looks stunning. Does anyone have any questions? Has Brian covered everything or? I might have missed it, but how much accommodation is it? How many tents?
So the 4 tents at Safari Camp, and then we have 20 suites at Abelana River Lodge.
20.
So
Okay,
48 beds in total.
stunning. Okay, perfect. I'm just trying to see
Hi,
if there's
Brian. How are you?
I'm all right, and you?
I'm good, thank you. My name is Zainab Mohammed.
Hi, hi. How
Hi,
can I
I
help?
just want to find out what are the exact rates for the suites and for the tents.
So
Thompson's we'll do that. We'll do it on our website for you. So
yeah,
we don't
so
need to
we
discuss the rates on here.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
perfect.
All right.
Thanks,
No,
Ange.
sorry, it's my first time. I just
Okay,
registered with Thompson, so I'm not sure how
no
No
problem.
problem at
everything
all.
is yet.
We'll have
And
it on
then
our
also
website. Perfect.
with
Carry on.
regards to the marketing materials, such as the videos and stuff, does Thompson's provide that as well?
We have to share the video. It's on YouTube anyway, but I can send Ange the link anyway. The presentation, if you need that, I can retransfer it to you. So that's not a problem at all.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much. I'll appreciate that. Thank you.
Pleasure. Thanks, eh?
I did see something in the chat box
There's a
here. Let
chat.
me just go down. Transfers from Hoedspruit, can this be arranged by the lodge, and what's the average cost?
Okay, so we we don't obviously we don't have vehicles to collect guests, so we use Sable Tours or Eastgate. There are a number of wheels companies that can do transfers. So based on 2 people, you're looking at a cost of about 1,100 Rand per person one way. I know it kind of throws it out, but for the South Africans, if they're self-driving, then obviously they won't need that transfer. The alternative recommendation, if they want to fly and they're coming from Cape Town, is actually hire a car and let it stand 2 nights or 3 days at the lodge at a cost of, call it 500 Rand a day. It's way cheaper than doing the transfer.
Agreed. Yeah, we can definitely do that.
Yeah.
Okay, does anybody else have any other questions? Is there another question? Let me have a look.
Yes.
Client, if clients travel with kids under 6, do you have babysitters when clients go on game drives?
No, we don't. Unfortunately, we don't take on that responsibility. We do tell our guests that the children are your problem, not ours. So
Okay,
unfortunately, we don't do that.
perfect. Okay, anybody else got anything? No, looks like you covered it, Brian. Looks stunning.
Thank
And
you, guys.
definitely our rates and packages are on the website, so everybody can get that on there. And yeah, thanks for your time. Thanks everyone for joining. Thanks, Brian.
Pleasure. Thanks so much, guys. Have a wonderful day.
See
Thanks,
you.
Brian.
Bye.
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 See you.
Bye.